Up, everyone? It's kind of been a while. I kind of wanted to come on live stream, say hello, say what's up. Um, let's just catch up. We'll see if anyone joins or not. I kind of didn't announce it on Twitter or on YouTube. But as far as what I've been up to, I've basically been in quarantine just like everyone else. It's been it's been all right. I'm hanging in there. I think like everyone else, I'm missing movies. I'm missing just the basic stuff. Oh, it says I have two viewers, so someone else is here. Someone's giving me some thumbs up here. But yeah, you guys this is just an open stream. If you guys want to ask me any questions, any thoughts I may have, I mean, we haven't even talked about the Rise of Skywalker yet. Like I watched the Rise of Skywalker 3 times in the theaters, and then I've watched it since I've been in quarantine. And honestly, I kind of had to take a break from Star Wars. I was just like, I just need a chance to process everything because I just really I think about the whole trilogy and how much my feelings changed from episode 7 to episode 9, and just the fact that things didn't feel like they were planned, the fact that things just really felt like they were messy. I did enjoy The Mandalorian though, but that's just I really need to kind of give you guys a catch up on how I feel about the trilogy now that it's done. But yeah, let's see who is in the chat. I don't know if it'll let me I don't know if it'll let me see who's here. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, I've been great. I've been good. I actually got engaged, which is exciting. Um, and despite everything that's kind of been going on here in the US, I've been kind of hanging in there. So, yeah, let's see who we've got. Congrats. Oh, thank you, John. That's very sweet. So we got engaged like right before quarantine happened. So my family got to come and say congrats, which is exciting. What have you been up to? How's quarantine been treating you? Where do you live? That's a good one. I think depending on where you live is how quarantine's been. So like quarantine's been okay, but I live in Texas. So like I don't know if you know, but it's become a hotspot. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to go back into quarantine and go back to just being stuck at home. I'm hoping not. But I've really have missed filming. I mean, I took a break from filming because I was working 2 jobs, and literally I was working like every single day and I was just exhausted. And then once quarantine happened, I was still working from home, but like I was enjoying just taking a break and not feeling like I needed to do anything. And now that I've had some time to rest, like I'm so excited to be back on camera and like talk to you guys. Like I was telling someone the other day, one of my favorite parts about being on YouTube and Twitter is that you really find like-minded people. Like despite all the BS, you find people who really understand you, because you guys know what it's kind of nerdy. It's hard to find people who are like you, and that's what's really fun about the internet and Twitter, despite all of the sometimes mean comments that you can get. You actually find people that you really connect with, and I think that I miss that. I miss talking movies with you guys and kind of having fun and talking about Star Wars and all that fun stuff. So but yeah, I mean, life's been great. I'm very good, and I'm looking forward to filming more trailer reactions, and I think we'll start to get, hopefully as movies come back and movie theaters come back, that we'll start to get more trailers and such. But um so yeah, I mean, everything's good. There's been a lot of good news lately. I think I'm really excited about Keaton possibly being in Batman. Okay, you're in Maryland, and ironically infectious disease physician. Oh my goodness, that's so cool. Okay, so like tell me, what are your thoughts, John, about like people who doubt coronavirus and who think it's a hoax? So like I'm someone, like I don't think it's a hoax. I think it's a very real thing. I think that we should respect it. Like who are we to judge whether it's real or not? I think those people are kind of crazy. I'm someone who wears a mask while I'm out. I wear gloves when I go grocery shopping, and some people look at me like I'm crazy, but it's really important to protect yourself. But I'm sure for you, John, like life must be crazy. infectious diseases physician. Wow, okay. Um, so yeah, I mean in Texas, like I will tell you, I went out yesterday and like I would say 9 out of 10 people were not wearing a mask. And for some parts of the city, it's mandatory, but for a lot of parts of the city, people just feel like they are being told what to do and they don't like that. So they just decided that they're not going to wear a mask and they look at you funny. Honestly, they are doomed and we are doomed because of them. I wish it was I was laughing right now, maybe laughing with pain. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of people in Texas who feel like I don't know if it's Southern pride, I don't know if it's in other states as well, but they just really think that masks are something that they just are better than or that they think they're smarter than. I just don't understand it. Like it's not hurting anyone for you to wear a mask. Like it's uncomfortable, but come on, like be conscious of other people. Like I looked like a weirdo for wearing a mask when I went out the other day. So excuse me. So thank you, John, for what you're doing. I'm sure you're doing a lot of research on this and you're keeping an eye out on everything and everything that's going on. But it's been a wild couple of months, I think, for everyone. Um, but so COVID-19 has been crazy, but I'm good. I can guys can probably tell that I'm super chill right now. I'm very relaxed. I've honestly kind of enjoyed the break a little bit, like getting to slow down and just kind of take a break from everything and not working every day. So that's been great. You recently rewatched The Last Jedi. I saw it in the theater and enjoyed it despite its flaws. Okay. And on the rewatch, awful. Just so totally different from all the other movies. Yeah, John, it's tough to get to that space with The Last Jedi. I remember seeing it the first time and I was with my boyfriend and he was like, "Wow, I loved it." And I just thought, "Man, I don't think that I liked it." And then I saw it, 3 or 4 times in the theater and I always had different feelings about it, but I'm telling you, John, the more times that you rewatch it and the more times that you think about it, it will just get you so angry at how and it's not a poorly made film. Like I think Ryan did a great job. It looks good. The writing is okay, but the more you think about the logistics and the more you think about Luke Skywalker, it'll really upset you, like how bad it is and how just different it is, I think, from the entire trilogy and how it lacks consistency with both 7 and 9. I mean, we could go on a whole rant on The Last Jedi, but tell me, what was it about it just tonally different? Yeah, there's just so much. Like, I still can't get over Luke Skywalker throwing the lightsaber over his shoulder. Like, I'm okay with Luke being a hermit and maybe feeling like he failed Ben. Like, I can accept that. I can accept that from Luke, but I can't it's hard for me to believe that he would just give up on his nephew and that the reason that he is now in seclusion is because he tried to kill him. It just doesn't really match his character development and it stinks that we didn't get time with him and Luke and I mean with Luke, Han and Leia and get a chance to see how they were as a trio after episode 6, so it just didn't really click for me. And then like the whole Canto bite scene, it is so like rewatching it, it's so bad. I agree completely. It's not a badly made film. Yeah, it's just it attempts to humor what felt forced and elegant. Yes, so Canto Bite when you have like BB-8 shooting out the coins, and then you have like the really bad like country accent, and then the moment where she's like, "I just want to break it all into little pieces," and it's like there are slave children here. It's not just the animals that are being abused. Like there's just so much about it that does not work, and it's painful to watch. And what stinks is that Ryan thinks he's so just clever and brilliant. And like if you watch Knives Out and you watch his other films, like he's a really good filmmaker. For some reason, it just didn't work in The Last Jedi because everything that he tried to build up, he constantly tried to like diverge and go against the grain just to be shocking. And that's not really what the Star Wars story is about. Canto by what the fuck the entire thing, yeah, but some great character moments. Adam Driver is like so good. I'll get to that. Utter apoplectic freak out at seeing the Falcon was a major high point for me. Agreed. Adam Driver is kind of like the Ewan McGregor of the prequels, where he's someone that he's such a good actor. He just exceeds maybe what the material of what he was given to him. Like, I love the prequels. I'm not trying to say that I don't, but we can all agree that some of the dialogue is a little clunky, despite the story being excellent, the special effects and all the groundbreaking things that the prequels give you, but the dialogue's not not the highlight of those films. But yeah, but I agree with you. Like, he is Adam Driver is great. And I love Daisy Ridley too. Like, I just think that the characters and the actors are great, but they're just not given the right material to really excel, which is a bummer because they wrote these great characters and they have these amazing actors and they just it didn't really work for me. So what did you think of episode 9? What did you think of the emperor being back? For me, I'm still kind of coming to terms with it. Like, that moment when he says you're a like, every showing that I went to, everyone groaned like, "Oh, is that what we came to?" Like, I just don't really, they may say that that was the original plan, but I'm not a believer in that. I'm just not. I I don't know. It just felt forced. It just felt like they didn't have another idea, and they felt like maybe to bring it full circle that they include the emperor, where I think that they could have brought it full circle and maybe brought in Anakin in a moment, or like that scene that you have Harrison Ford and you have Han Solo, that maybe that could have been Force Ghost Anakin. um I don't know, it's just, there's just so much that I wish that we could have done differently, because we had these, like, on a platter, you had these actors who were committed and these characters that were great, and from the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy, and they just didn't really give us anything that was worth watching for me. Um, but yeah, so episode 9 is something I'm still coming to terms with. I'll put it that way. Honestly, I haven't seen 9 yet. I'm spoiled in terms of the story elements, but reserved judgment. Yeah, I'm guessing, what? Did you watch episode 8 like on TNT, or was it on cable? Because if you haven't seen it yet, I'm guessing you don't have Disney Plus or some streaming service. Apathy. I never thought I've had. Yeah, I know. It's weird, right? It's so strange. Oh, you do have Disney Plus. Okay, well then you should watch episode 9. I'm sure you're a very, very busy man with your job, but like, you should give episode 9 a chance. Like, it's a fun kind of movie, but you're like, that's it. Like, I waited. I've been watching Star Wars since I can remember. It's like, that's what the end of the story is. No, I did my rewatch on Disney Plus prior to 9 coming out. Okay. Um yeah, it's just weird. Like, one of the reasons I started my channel is obviously, like, I love Star Wars and I love talking about Star Wars, and like, I remember watching the episode trailer and I watched it till like 1 a.m. just nonstop over and over, and it brought tears to my eyes. I was so excited. But like, now it's weird because when they announce something, I'm like, I don't really care, because there's a 50% chance that either A, it won't happen, or B, what they announce isn't going to be much. It's not going to be interesting. It's not going to be groundbreaking. It's not going to be something that we as an audience, as true diehard Star Wars fans, really love. And like, I really enjoy The Mandalorian. I think The Mandalorian is so fun, and it's a really great serial that I get to watch once a week. But there's nothing like the cinematic experience and the groundbreaking drama and special effects that we got from George Lucas that I feel like Disney hasn't been able to crush yet. Oh, okay. You're currently watching the Clone Wars for the first time on Disney Plus instead, and it's so good. You'll get to 9 eventually. Yeah. Okay, so I love the Clone Wars. I think I've watched each Clone Wars episode probably twice, maybe 3 times on some. There's some arcs you'll find that you really fall in love with, and it's almost like watching your favorite movie again, because you're just like, oh, I love that arc so much. I think my least favorite, which is actually George Lucas's favorite arc, and I think it's just because it annoys fans. There's one arc that's like just about the droids that I did not find terribly interesting. But other than that, you're, like, going to love it, like, the Clone Wars are so, so great. Rebels is awesome too. So, like, how I got back into Star Wars is I hadn't watched Clone Wars yet before Episode 7, and then when Disney bought, Star Wars, I was like, "Alright, like, let me get back into my fandom." And, at the time, Rebels came on and Rebels premiered, and I remember the first episode when it came on, I was like, I have not felt this way about Star Wars in like a decade. And I'd always heard that the Clone Wars was good when it was on Cartoon Network, but I think I was in college at the time. And I just didn't have time to watch. And so that's what made me want to watch. Rebels is what made me want to watch the Clone Wars when it was on Netflix. And it's so good. You will not be disappointed. So I'm glad that you're enjoying that. But yeah, you're so right about the apathy for Star Wars. Like they're struggling right now. I think Kathleen Kennedy needs to go. She just doesn't get Star Wars. Like I think she's brilliant, but Star Wars is just not her thing. I'm sorry. I'm sure she's a lovely woman and she's very talented, but Star Wars is just not for her. And I think that she just needs to step down and let Favreau and Dave Filoni take over because she's just not really shining in her current position. But yeah, no, trying to think of what else has been going on. Just like so much, there's so much to catch up. Um, but yeah, more than anything, I just wanted to come on live and say hello to everyone, see how everyone's doing. Um, I've never served in the military, but have many friends who have. The nameless throwaway nature of the stormtroopers, clone troopers always bug me. The Clone Wars really humanizes them in a needed. Yes. Yeah, it does. It really dives deeper and it really makes you care because it's not only the fact that the way it balances the movies. Yeah. So what's really makes it even more unique is the fact that they're clones. So like as a clone, you would feel like you care even less about them because they're just something that can be replicated. But the fact that they make you care about each clone and like really get used to Captain Rex and Fives and you just really I don't know, you just really fall in love with all of the clones and it really humanizes them. In fact, my dog's name is Captain Rex. Like I'm a big time fan of the clones and I think that's an element that they really added and a layer that they added to the storytelling that they really kind of didn't need to. So yeah, I agree with you. The Clone Wars is great. What season are you on? Do you even know? I know when I watched them, I wasn't really paying attention to seasons. I was just like running through them. I was so obsessed. I think there were some mornings where I would watch it at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, like on my cell phone, just catching up because I enjoyed it so much. It's very addicting getting into the Clone Wars. So and then also Maul, you're really starting to know what Maul's all about, why people really love him more than they did just watching episode 1 and learning his backstory. So yeah, for sure. One in my copious free time. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, I can't wait. You'll have to, like, send me a message on one of my videos, like, what you think. I'm also on Twitter. You can tweet me or DM me, once you get to episode 9. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and, looking forward to getting there, and I'd Yes! Okay, you and I were, like, here. Like, Solo is so fun. Like, I remember I went to go see Solo by myself. My boyfriend bailed on me, but that's another story. But Solo is really, really fun. Yeah. Like the more that I watch Solo, the more that I enjoy it, as opposed to Episode 8. When I watch it, I get more frustrated and it can be very infuriating how stupid that movie is. But Solo is like a really fun ride. I thought that he played Solo really well because it wasn't like a Harrison Ford impersonation. He kind of made it his own. I would love if we got like a Kira Solo show, like Jabba the Hutt show, one that could include the like Crimson Dawn and like we could get that underworld kind of look. I wouldn't doubt if we get that within the next couple of years. It'd be very interesting. Like maybe it'd be like a Kira led show, especially because they're like obsessed with females right now. No offense to girl power, but that's like what they're really obsessed with. I think that'd be a really interesting and intricate show that they could do. Especially because Amelia Clark, it doesn't seem like she's doing a lot. Looking forward to getting there. Yeah, and it's just yeah, it doesn't look like she's doing a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get that show eventually, and then Alden Ehrenreich can um, get Lando in there too. So we'll see what happens. What other Star Wars news has there been? I mean, it's like Star Wars news. What does that even mean? Like the 2022 movie, is that really going to happen? We don't know what it is. They've canceled Star Wars Celebration. I don't really think that it's going to happen. That was supposed to be Dan and Dave's movie. It's always like someone going to take over, and we don't really know. And what are we, 1.5 years, 2 years until that'd be coming out? Like, I just wish that we had a little bit more transparency of what was going on and a little bit more honesty. Oh, really? With the solo novelization, I saw it with her, and we played Sabacc multiple times and tried and ensure she was capturing it in the book accurately. That's so cool. Look at you. You're like dropping names. That's awesome. I don't think I have a solo novelization. I have, what is that? Where's my solo book? Last Shot. I have Last Shot, and Last Shot was really good. It wasn't one of my favorite Star Wars books, but it was good. The prequel, I don't know, it's not prequel to Solo. That one's like in between, I think, episode 5 and 6, or maybe right after 6. And that book was good, but no, that's so cool. Sabacc multiple times. Man, I don't know how to play Sabacc. That would be a really fun one to learn. Maybe one day we can do like a live stream or something where we play Sabacc, or like a Zoom. Um, yep, dropping C-list celebrity names. Mur Lafferty is the author. Cool. No, not C-list level. I think if you do anything that's involved with Star Wars, like that makes you really cool. It just depends on who you're talking to. So A-list in our book, maybe C-list in some other people's books. So that's really, really cool. When did you learn, or how did you learn how to play Sabacc? Like, do you play with her, or have you played growing up? Or I know some people who know how to play it absolutely, like grew up playing it, so they're kind of expert level, but not me. That's one thing I would love to do. Um, but yeah, no, I need to. I think my next book that I'm going to read that I haven't read is Master and Apprentice. I've read all the rest of them here, but I've just been, I don't know, I'm reading Dune right now. So like Dune is my main focus, and then once I'm done with Dune and I really want to finish before the movie comes out, I will read Master and Apprentice, because I think that Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn, like we don't really have, I think we have a comic book, but we don't really have much of their relationship as Master and Apprentice, so it'll be interesting to see their background. The card game they put out. Oh shit, Dune greatness. I know. Dune is so good. So the thing about Dune is like when you, I don't, where's my Dune? I think Dune is in my bedroom. So the thing about Dune is when you first start the book, it's kind of like it just throws you into it. You know what I'm saying? So it like takes a little while to get into it, but now that I'm in it, I'm like, man, this book is awesome. I cannot wait for Denis Villeneuve's film. All of his movies are like stunning and gorgeous, and like just from reading this book, I'm like, I wouldn't even know how to interpret this or how to create a film out of this, because there's just so much content that you have to shove into 2 hours. But I know Denis is gonna crush it. But like Dune is really, really awesome. So I'm enjoying that quite a bit. But once I'm done with Dune, then I'll get back to my Star Wars books. Like what I always try to do is I try to like read a book. It could be any book, it could be fiction, it could be, learning about, I don't know, like self-help or whatever, and then I read a Star Wars book. So I try to like mix it up a little bit. Um And like when the Star Wars books first started coming out, I was like really into it. And then I realized that like they're not exactly canon. Like the fact that Ray and Poe had met in the novelization and then they met in episode 8. I'm like, come on, you can't. This is what's frustrating to me about Kathleen. Like, you can't come out and say like everything is canon now and then it's not canon. So, because of those inconsistencies, like I'm not as into the books to be, but the comic books are really cool. I still love the stories and everything else, but I'm just not as into it as I was in the beginning. So, hey, we got 6 people here. You guys are being silent. Y'all have any questions? Y'all can ask me about anything. I'm so happy to be filming and saying hi and seeing what's up and talking Star Wars with you guys. Um, but yeah, it's been a good couple of months. I'm ready. I'm so ready to get back to the movie theater. Like normally I go to the movie theater once or twice a week, so it's been really hard to not be back there and eating popcorn and watching all of my new favorite films. So they think the films, of course, that I'm looking forward to this year is we should be getting Mulan soon. Mulan's one of my favorite Disney movies. Um, of course, we're gonna get Dune by the end of the year, which will be great. What else? I mean, I feel like my whole schedule is off. Like in my calendar, I used to have like movie releases as part of my Thursday. Like genuinely, like my Thursdays, I'm pre-scheduled. I know what I'm going to watch and I have it like in my calendar, but now my calendar is just like that's just not part of it because I don't know if we're ever when are we going to go to the movies again. I know it's supposed to open July 15th, but to me if the cases are worse than what they were before, I don't really know if we're going to be there or not. Yeah, Mulan. Yes, let's go. I love Mulan. Mulan is great. At first I was a little bit hurt that they weren't going to have the music and that we weren't going to get Mushu, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not like I can't watch the cartoon and sing along anytime that I want to. And they're just doing a different interpretation. And I have to be accepting of that. I think it's going to be cool. But yeah, let's check off. Bye, John. It's good to see you. Thanks for talking to me and let me know what you think about episode 9. Have a good one. All right, so let's check out like what's the current 2020 movie releases and see what we've got coming up. Um, all right, let's see what's up. All right. Yeah, I forgot we've watched James Bond's No Time to Die release is changed again. I missed that. Oh no, I completely forgot. So it was supposed to be, of course, what was that? Like February, March, we are supposed to get No Time to Die, and then that didn't happen. Hold on. And then now we are going to have to wait until November 20th. I don't know. It's like 2 more weeks, but I just don't think it's gonna I don't know, guys. This is not looking good for us. And then I think like China closed 40% of their theaters. It's not looking good for us people who really love film. All right, let's see what else is coming out. We've got oh, this is like old. You guys gonna give me old articles? Um, following coronavirus. There we go. This is what I need. Oh, Wonder Woman. How could I forget Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman's gonna be great. Let's read the article. I'm excited about that. Mulan, of course. Bill and Ted. So I saw the Bill and Ted trailer. I mean, it's what I expected. It's ridiculous, and I'll probably go anyway just to check out for like an hour. New Mutants, I don't think we'll ever get. That's not happening. Okay, The King's Man. Okay, so let's talk about The King's Man. Kingsman 2 was not that great. Like, let's just be honest. Like, it was not a great film. I was extremely disappointed. I love Taron Egerton, but that movie was not great. But I think because we're kind of getting a fresh start and we're going back in time, The King's Man, it might be all right. But I'm not as excited as I was for The Kingsman 2. I will not be fooled again. Candyman looks all right. I love horror films. It looks okay. I wasn't blown away by that trailer, but it looks great. And then of course Wonder Woman, Black Widow. Black Widow was another one. Like just because I mean I love Scarlett Johansson. I love Black Widow. The trailer looks good. Like yeah, I'm mildly excited. But No Time to Die and West Side Story and Dune. Like thumbs up. Those are the movies that I'm looking forward to. Like Top Gun Maverick. Of course, I've seen Top Gun, but like I was a huge Top Gun fan growing up. And Coming to America, it's coming to America. So part two is going to be great too. Um, but yeah, guys, that's just kind of where I'm at. Like it's Dune or bust and No Time to Die. I'm a simple lady. Like give me James Bond, give me some of this other hold on one second. Some of these other great films, but yeah, so I just wanted to come on, say hi, see how everyone's doing. Let everyone know that I'm all right. I've gotten some messages like on Twitter and Instagram, like, where are you? I'm like, I'm around. I'm okay. I think that you like watching Jenna Marble's video today, like her talking about like all the bullying that she's been going through and like the shame with the posts that she's had in the past. And like, I actually honestly really enjoyed her video because she seemed very open and very honest about where she is and the progress that she's trying to make. It seemed really genuine. Um, but I understand, like, when you're the thing that they don't tell you about, like, even being a small YouTuber, I don't care if you have 5 subscribers or a million, like, the the fact that you constantly need to make content and sometimes you just don't feel like it. Like, I think the big thing about this, about YouTube, about Twitter or being any type of content creator is that like it needs to be something that you enjoy and that's fun for you and that you are enjoying your interactions with people, that you're enjoying the friends that you're making and that it's something that's positive in your life. It's something that is adding to your life. You know, I know for bigger YouTube channels, it's like their full-time job. It's what they always do. But a lot of us YouTubers, this is just something that we do on the side that we enjoy talking to you guys and making friends. And I know for me, I was making a lot of videos back to back and then I got super busy. Like it felt like it was something that was taking away my time from my significant other. And like it was something that I feel like I was putting pressure on myself, like, ooh, okay, I gotta post this many videos a day. And I think a lot of it's like about where you are at mentally and getting into the groove and I think that it could be YouTube could kind of be a negative place sometimes. Like some of the comments can be mean. Twitter can be a mean space. Some of the people that you may follow on YouTube, like right now with all the political things that we have going on, you can find yourself not exactly agreeing with what other people have to say. And when you do come on camera and when you do post things, it has to come from, at least for me, a positive space. Um, so like I feel like I'm in a good place now and I'm definitely going to be back to filming videos and I'm really excited about it. But that's it for me for tonight. I just want to say hi to everyone and thank you for tuning in. And of course, like if you ever have any questions for me or you want to say what's up, you can follow me on Twitter. Of course, follow me here on YouTube. I definitely will respond. I love reaching out to you guys. Find me on Instagram at Final Cut Fro. Find me on Twitter at Final Cut Fro. And that's it for me tonight. And I hope you guys have a good one. Bye.